Scorpio, what's going on as I start croaking? Hope you guys are doing great. Hey, welcome here to my channel. My name is Robin and this is AriesFireTarot. So welcome here. I am doing July 2021 month ahead tarot card readings, and the deck I'll be using is the Essential Tarot. It's my cute little deck this was the first deck I ever received from the universe when I was guided to become a tarot card reader, and I use it very, very rarely. So it came down off the exalted shelf to read for you guys today. So Scorpio in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You know, if your sun sign reading isn't resonating, or if you just get like, ugh, this reading sucks, maybe check out your moon sign. You know, you'll know right away. And it's just, that's my strategy. If I'm ever watching a reading for my sun sign and I'm thinking, well, this is not for me, I'll just go check out my moon sign. If you guys don't know what your sun, moon, rising, and Venus are, I love to use cafeastrology.com. Because it'll help calculate things out. And I just almost said something ridiculous. So I'm just going to take a sip of tea and then we'll start reading. Okay, hold on. Okie dokes. All right. I think I said everything I needed to say. So I'm going to take this card that came out. Oh, Scorpio. 10 of Swords. Okay, this looks like a horrible card. Okay, but what this is saying is that whatever that you've been going through lately, it's about to end, okay? The 10 is the end of a cycle. I don't know what's going on. I'm really sorry. You know that kind of trite statement, it's always darkest before the dawn. Woo! So you could have a couple days like that. You're just being reminded here that, you know, if you need to take the day off and crawl into bed with some snacks, why don't you just do that instead of trying to soldier through anything? You know, sometimes you need to rest and recover and allow yourself to go through this phase. This too shall pass. You know, the sun generally comes out after a storm, so you might be facing a storm sometime in July. And it looks like it's going to be a big one. You know, it could be a couple days. And that's something really important to remember when these sort of dark moods come in to visit. You don't have to set up the spare bedroom for your demons. You know, they can just, I don't know, you want to stay for the night? And then in the morning you can go. You know, you can kind of control it a little bit. You guys should be in a place where you're very, very strong right now. So they could maybe come for coffee, like your demons, I guess you want to call it depression, for lack of a better word, or just like total pity party. And that's okay. Have your pity party. But you know what? The party's got to stop. What song is that? Don't Stop the Party. Who sings it? Of course, that's going through my head like crazy. But yeah, you got to be really careful here, Scorpio, because you guys did so much work recently to get rid of somebody that was providing a layer of oppression over your life. So don't take over the job while they're gone. It's like, oh, okay, well, just pass that over here and I'll take care of it for you. You know, it could be just a really deeply ingrained pattern or habit that you want to do something like that. So be careful. Be careful that you're not self-inflicting misery. And we had a few cards come out here. So this is really interesting. I pulled the 6 of Swords. So you have to know that whenever you're done moping, and I'm just going to call it like straight up, okay? Everybody goes through days like this. I have my days like that where it's like everything is like a tragedy. I want to be left alone, or I'm going to rip your head off, or start crying if you look at me too long, and definitely don't hug me. You know what I mean? But it'll pass. Like, let all that emotion out of you, bust down if you have to. Just don't make a year out of it. You know what I mean? You do have the Chariot here, which is offering you in this particular one, like, look at how balanced everything is. The energy that is available to you, this is the energy that you have worked so hard to capture for yourself. You do see the yin-yang symbol in between the two sphinx here. They are like working together with your dark self and your light self. There is always going to be a balance. Like, you got to really watch these storm clouds coming in, because your shadow self, if it sees you behaving in a little bit of what we could consider like a weak pattern, you know, you can hear them like, oh, well, maybe I'll drive for a while. You go ahead and lay down and everything will be okay. And then you could be back into habits of, you know, stupid stuff that you were doing as a teenager, or sampling some sort of addiction that you think that you have control of. Just seek some balance here, you know. Maybe get up and go for a walk. You could set yourself a timer. Like, you can manage these things, you know, for the most part. Okay, well, I'm going to worry about that for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to get up and do the dishes. Like, and really be strong with yourself. Like, you have to be strong for yourself right now, because you guys have gone through an awful lot, okay? And then the next card that came out there, like, you guys have representative of such a strained and difficult journey. You can see here with the 10 of Wands, you know, that he's almost there. You guys are almost there, where you could call the finish line, where, you know, you can rejoice in how much work that you've done. But it does look like I really kind of don't like what I'm seeing here, in the sense that some people get so used to somebody else giving them a hard time or treating them like garbage, that in the absence of that antagonist, they will create circumstances to make them feel the same way as if the antagonist were still present in their life. And you guys have defeated your antagonist, but part of them still lives within you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it becomes part of your DNA. It becomes part of your like your cellular structure. It becomes part of your reflexology. You know, it could be like you transition from having like a really bad boss to a new environment, and you're like, is this really real? You know, or you were in an abusive relationship and now you're dating somebody that's so sweet, and you're like, I don't know. You know, it's like you don't quite trust what is going on. So there's no need for anybody to take up the task of being the antagonist in your life, and most of all you, okay? So it does seem like you're going to have a little bit of an inner battle, you know, but you can balance it off here. You can really have conversations with yourself. How am I going to handle this? And kind of step back and look at your moods as they come in and go, okay, well, here we go. Am I going to surf this one? Am I going to ride it out? Am I going to let it, like, how far am I going to let this go? Okay. Let it take me down the river. You know, is it going to sweep me away, or do I see it coming and think, yeah, I kind of been on this road for too long. It probably has aged you a little bit, in the sense of feeling like you learned so much in the past few years. That's the thing about challenging people and situations. It can give you way more of a lesson than not having any sort of incidents or dealing with people that are, you know, you want to say like super sweet. You know, it's nice to have around, but they're probably not teaching you as much as what you just went through. So it's like you guys went through an accelerated karmic growth spurt. And I kind of want to write that down. Hold on. All right. So, and then you were finally able to detach yourself from the bad teacher, right? So let them go. They've got to teach other people lessons. You've done enough. Like, get into this mode here where you can really set yourself free and move forward. And you've probably learned enough lessons dealing with despicable people, despicable bosses, having like crappy romantic relationships. You know, you don't need to do that anymore. You've already learned those lessons. You don't need to be kind of poking your own bear either. And I think everybody does that, you know, where you antagonize yourself in the absence of having somebody to antagonize you. So I hope that all made sense. There's always more learning that you guys could do, you know, on YouTube if something sparks, if something resonates, and particularly if something triggers you and you're getting angry at the reading. This reading is even more for you. Okay, so just know that. Okay, so here's a card here. We do have the 9 of Cups here. So this is just finding your tribe, like really being able to vibe with people that share the same energy as you. This guy looks incredibly tipsy to me right now, but he seems to be having a great time. He's surrounded by 9 cups. He can have all these people over. So if your demons are overstaying their welcome, it's time to give them the boot or put them back in the box where they belong, possibly under your bed. They can come out next time, you know, but just like don't give them the remote, you know, because you have this energy here for you available. So yeah, you guys have gone through a bit of a struggle. You're coming out on an upswing. Things are getting easier. So hope all these little tips helped you out, Scorpio, and I'm gonna bounce. Take care. Bye.